Alright, let's go. So, yeah, in the last one, thanks to Muse and Ash, we beat the Zephyr in that little card battle. Which, yeah, even though I did want to see the game with Claire and Sarah. Why am I starting a blank on names?
I didn't know that happened. Yeah, you and George really saved my bacon that time.
See, Toa, I knew this was gonna happen.
Is that Reen I sense lurking out there?
No. Go back to your own business. It's not me.
Oh? Why don't you come in, silly?
I'm caught. Ah, that's a good way to train. Wait. Am I remembering this wrong, or did you say in the first game, right, when you was talking about your master, that it was a woman? Am I remembering that wrong, or is that right? And now it's a guy. I am almost 100% so sure she said woman. Might have to double check that. So you haven't gone on that trip yet? I thought you already went. Ah. Well, well, your master is Annalise's father. Well, no, grandfather. Why did I say father? But what's he doing over there in Calvert? Seriously, that long? Well, you are talking about walking, but... Hmm. Yes, but you're an instructor, so you can't really just say, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go help. Yeah? Can we? Well, first we have to go to... Well, the Burrow and those places first, before we can get to Calvin. They're right in the middle. Not just to the border, or near the border. Okay, good night you two. Yeah, that's some good stuff, but are we... So basically Angelica was saying that we as class 7 should go to Calvin. Wasn't she? But I don't know, it depends if it's within the government's plans to actually do something in Calvin. Because basically we are just I don't know. As I said, government sanctioned help, or whatever you want to call it. But
why are you?
Ooh,
Something like that.
Major. Is it? Hello? Yeah, let's be nosy.
That's enough, Claire.
Yeah, it was.
Though you have the Chancellor's protection, your actions today are only going to come back to bite you.
Hey! She is doing what's right. Unlike you.
You don't understand, Michael.
Oh.
Show
Who's
yourself.
Sonia Reen. No harm here. Even though I'm still surprised I didn't hear the door opening. It doesn't make a lot of noise though. Well, you shouldn't talk in an earshot of the train, should you? Hey, she's doing what's right, what a good person should do. You're not. So, nah. Why'd I do that? Wait, what do you mean? Seriously, what do you mean? Tell me! Can you tell me? What happened? No, you didn't, Reen. You came out to eavesdrop. Because you heard noises. That's what I did. Is this a romantic talk or what? When you say the light in the light of the moonlight, isn't that kind of like a romantic mood setting? Well, conversation from earlier, what was it again? I can't remember.
Michael, Major Irving, is my cousin.
Oh, didn't know that.
He was born Michael Revelt.
And why did his last name change? Or did he marry someone and take her last name instead of them taking the guy's last name? Okay, no, that would still say that that's happened before with Elisa's mother. Because of Rhineford. Her husband would have took her name to keep it as the Rhineford Company. Yeah.
We were, once. But 10 years ago, he took his mother's surname.
Oh, he just... Okay, he didn't remarry and take their last name, he just decided to take his mother's.
And abandoned the name Revelt. It was after I had the man who took my family away executed. That man was my uncle. His father.
Oh. Yeah. I see why you don't want to really bring it up.
Perhaps you're familiar with the Revelt Company? They're known for making musical instruments.
Oh. So, okay. Basically, if Elliot knew this, he would be ecstatic. Wouldn't he? Because he loves music. You should have told him. Would have been fun.
Well, they were originally located in St. Arc. My father was the president, and my uncle the vice president. The company was doing well, but more importantly, our family was happy.
Oh, car accident.
Until an horrible car accident. There weren't many of them on the roads back then. A stolen truck crashed into us. Then its driver disappeared into the night. In the end, they never found him. It became a cold case.
Oh.
My parents and my little brother died in that accident. But by some miracle, I survived, and my uncle's family took me in. After my father's death, my uncle took control of the company. Though I was grateful to him for taking me in, I couldn't help but ask myself, why was I the only one to survive? Soon after that, while looking through my father's things, I found the account books. Flipping through them, I noticed something strange.
What?
The Revelt Company prided itself on offering high-quality, carefully crafted instruments at an affordable price. But certain entries showed unbelievable spikes in profits.
So... what, black market selling?
I had a feeling something was wrong, so I looked a little deeper. Each account book I read put things in starker relief. At last, I realized what my uncle had been doing right under my father's nose. He was making a fortune selling cheap, mass-produced instruments from abroad under the Revelt Company name.
Oh.
He even had the gall to commission a product he could sell as Maestro class to scam people out of even more money.
Ooh, that is not good.
I knew Father must have noticed his brother's wrongdoing and planned to question him. But before he could, the accident took his life.
And probably putting two and two together, you know who was involved in the accident.
When I confronted my uncle about this, he was surprisingly candid. You've got no proof. And if you did have any, I've got several powerful nobles ready to back me up should it come to that.
No. That's basically a confession, isn't it?
Even if you talk, the most suspicious part of that accident is that you're the lone survivor. Good luck getting anyone to listen to you.
Yeah, that is basically a confession.
I was angry, yes. But more than that, I was heartbroken.
Yeah, you would be. Because the person who took you in killed your mother and father and brother.
I didn't know what to do with myself. Until he showed up.
Osborne.
I was a friend of your father's in military school. I thought the accident seemed peculiar. Do forgive me for allowing you to suffer for so long on your own.
Somehow, he knew the truth behind the accident. But the fact that I knew took him aback for a moment. Until he said,
You have a gift. Enhanced cognition. It allows you to grasp every detail, great or small, of any given situation in an instant. It must have awakened during the accident.
Yeah. A skill from an accident. Yeah, how many times has that actually happened and stuff?
I was going to mete out the murderer's punishment myself, but I've changed my mind.
Oh. You're letting her do it.
You have the means and the ability. Why not use them to avenge your family?
What?
I was petrified when I heard this. Lost. All I could see were the smiling faces of my parents and my beloved little brother. That's when I decided to take His Excellency's advice. I gathered every last scrap of evidence I could find against my uncle. I laid everything bare. The plot, the motive, the cover-up, the perpetrator. I had too much evidence to be silenced. I made my voice louder and louder until it reached Marquis High-Arm's ears. Soon after, the nobles protecting my uncle stepped aside.
Yeah, with all that evidence, I don't think they could. Unless they want their name dragged down.
My uncle's judgment was swift, harsh, and fair. He was put to death for his actions. I had my revenge. But it came at a price. I lost my family and my hometown. As soon as the company was in my control, I gave the rights to a longtime employee.
Well, yeah.
All so I could enroll in the military academy suggested by His Excellency.
So if none of this happened, you wouldn't have become a member. You wouldn't have become, well, major now of the RMP. You would have been selling musical instruments. Oh, I still wish you went down that route.
All so I could enroll in Thor's.
Oh, yeah. Because he was the only one to actually help at that point.
You're right. It was sheer coincidence that we both joined the RMP. But he's always looked out for me, both as a superior officer and as a colleague. Not that I've ever felt like I deserved it.
Hey! Everyone deserves everything they get. Well,
I gave in to my desire for vengeance and mercilessly sent my own uncle to his death.
hey, if you didn't do it, someone else would have. Someone else who found this evidence.
10 years ago, my aunt and my cousins cursed my name as I robbed them of the man they loved.
Hey, he robbed you of the people you love. Fair's fair in my book.
I imagine they must still hate me for what I did.
Yeah, well, that's them. Meh. Well, obviously Milliam.
Green. You really are too kind.
Hey.
To be perfectly honest, you remind me of my brother. Emil. His name was Emil.
Huh.
If you were alive, I think he'd be about your age.
Oh. Oh, a quick little peck on the cheek.
Thank you for hearing me out. But I think tonight is the last time I'll compare you to my brother. It's disrespectful, both to him and to the man you've become. Good night, Rain. Sweet dreams.
Oh, that little kiss on the cheek. No, you're not dreaming. Yes. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Reen. Seriously, just take it as it is. You got a kiss on the cheek from Major. Ah, seriously, I can't go for that one. Okay, fine. Come on, why can't any other cards be open? Nope. Wait. Ah, seriously. Anything up here? Nope. Not even anyone. Well, it's nighttime, I can't blame anyone. Oh, but seriously, that little peck on the cheek. Oh. I knew something was happening, but... Oh, hey Sarah. How's it going? No, I'm just doing my rounds.
It's Spiritus, liquor from Northumbria.
Ah.
Said to be the strongest drink in the world. Guess it's kind of hard to get much stronger than 96% though, huh?
Probably. But... they'll improve. This is why she's a big drunkie. And why she's a giant booze hound.
Right? I knew you'd be able to appreciate it. Never thought the day'd come when I'd get to talk with you over drinks like this.
Yeah, well, I just had to grow up so I could drink. And then you just had to invite me.
That new Class 7 of yours? They're a good bunch of kids.
Good, I know that. Well, yeah, this is your first year. Well, your first attempt at being an instructor. Obviously, you're going to be having trouble.
They're all pretty unique kids, just like you guys were.
They're fine.
But I know things will work out for you.
They always do.
I mean, come on. They were all so worried about you, they ran headlong after you.
Yeah. And thanks to Ash and Muse, we got the information we wanted. Even though it basically was a lot of stuff we already knew.
You already knew, didn't you? Who those purple Jaegers are. That's so. Guess I've still got a ways to go myself in that case.
To hide your emotions. Wait, Ouroboros was behind that?
That's a nice little scenario, Reen. But you know it's a load of bull, don't you?
Yeah.
The annexation of Northumbria was done under the Imperial government's orders.
Yeah, so basically you had no say in the matter. It's what they want.
Way I hear it, General Le Guin agreed to take the place over to keep the provincial armies from being disbanded. The outcome was decided from the start.
Yeah. So you was just there to mop up any loose ends.
In the middle of that farce of a war, you managed to save the lives of tens of thousands of citizens. And the Jaegers you met today? I think they know that. But maybe it was impossible from the start. Fixing a country already being destroyed from within by Jaegers.
Yeah.
You probably knew that too. Whoopsie. Well, you see, he was...
Speak.
He was my first love.
Oh. And who was this guy?
Well, actually, he was the closest thing I had to a dad.
Ah. So...
Way back during the Northumbrian disaster, when the salt pail covered so much of the Principality in a storm of salt, a man took in an orphaned infant.
Which was you.
He was a former colonel in the army, and one of the people who founded the Northern Jaegers. As soon as I was old enough to understand anything, I knew that Jaegers who came back with foreign currency were considered heroes. The man who raised me was one of the leaders of the Northern Jaegers, the heroes of our homeland.
Can we have a name?
I looked up to my dad more than anyone. Wanting to be just like him, I joined a juvenile Jaeger corps at the age of 10.
It's a bit young. But then again, Fee was younger, but you had the same upbringing. Both orphans, both adopted by the leader of a Jaeger corps, and you both turned out to be great people.
After a few years of harsh training, I was admitted to the main corps at the tender age of 13.
Yeah, still way too young.
It was there that I experienced my first real battle. It was hell.
Of course it's hell.
A field of death, where lives are tossed aside to satisfy someone else's desires. There I lived, smoke and blood painted across my body.
Yeah.
And there I stayed, eventually becoming the Jaeger known as the Purple Lightning. But after a while, it reached a point where I couldn't take it anymore.
Well, yeah, for a lot of people it does. You actually grew to learn that. Fee had that lesson to be forced on her, but she still took it in a good way.
When I was 18, I was assigned command of a squad. We had a mission near Erebonia, fighting some proxy war on behalf of the nobles. The enemy was Needhog. My squad was destroying them, but just when we thought victory was ours. Our efforts to avoid dragging any civilians into the fight left us open to a counterattack.
Ooh.
We got hit hard. And then my dad showed up and saved me. Even though he was serving as the commander for the entire corps, he came to our rescue and suffered a fatal injury for it.
Ooh.
Do you see now? This is the fate of all Jaegers. You must think long and hard on whether you wish to continue down this path.
It could have been because he was once part of the Principality's army, but he was quite the gentleman. Now that I think back, he never seemed to like the fact that I became a Jaeger.
Well, obviously, who would? Who would like a young child grown up to be a Jaeger? Basically, people who go from the army and then kind of kicked out or whatever, then become Jaegers, they are acceptable. Well, in a lot of people's eyes.
Anyway, he left me with those final words and passed away in my arms.
Good job that didn't happen with Fee.
I screamed and screamed until my voice gave out, until I passed out from utter exhaustion. When I woke up, I was in an Imperial Army camp. Yeah, apparently they were there to check on the damage caused by all the Jaegers fighting. Neidhart and Mueller-Vander, who were both second lieutenants back then, were there too. They told me the battle had been over for a while, and all my comrades had already packed up and left for home. Hadn't even thanked them before rushing back to my hometown. And what greeted me when I got there were celebrations and congratulations from my friends and the townsfolk. We had lost my father, but we won the war we were hired for. The nobles had given us an enormous pile of Mira. That meant we wouldn't die of starvation during the coming winter. I was relieved, but my tears just wouldn't stop.
Who? I don't blame you.
In order to save my hometown from poverty, I covered myself in the smoke of war and the blood of innocents in foreign lands. Seeing the smiles on the faces of everyone in town and knowing the cost cut me deep. It was right then that I decided to quit being a Jaeger and leave my hometown. I joined up with the Bracer Guild, knowing I could put my combat skills to work and make some decent Mira if I hit A rank.
Yeah.
That way I could send some money back home. Money that wasn't stained with blood.
Then again, still Bracers can do get some money from blood, but it's very rare and in between. Far in between.
I'm not strong or kind. But I think I've finally started to get closer. Little by little.
Hey, you raised my class 7. Great. You are kind.
Closer to being like the man I admired so much. My dad. My commander. And my first love.
And why can't we get a name to him?
Yeah? No getting around the fact that I've got myself the daddy of all father complexes.
Oh.
But you know, lately I found myself attracted to some younger guys.
Wait. Are you talking about me? I just dealt with this with Claire. Which, in the second game, it was more obvious. This one, not so much. But that peck on the cheek was dead sign of Claire that, yeah, she has a thing for me. Sort of. Kisses all around.
You got me talking too much. You don't watch yourself. You could make a real dangerous womanizer.
I think he's already on that. I think he's already that. The game is kind of pushing him and Alisa together. Basically, his kind actions is drawing the attention of every single female around him. He's got the Major, he's got you. I think he's already a dangerous womanizer. He just doesn't know what to do with it.
Oh, and I'll have you know, I don't really appreciate being second after Little Miss Major.
Wait, what? Seriously? Did it play out for... Wait. Would that be different? How would this be if I came to you first before the Major? Oh wait, you was eavesdropping on me. Would it play out differently? Or... I don't get it. Is it that the game did like a count saying this one first and this one, or this one first and this one, and you have a different outcome depending on who you go to first? And that says it.
Well, with that, I bid you good night and sweet dreams.
Bye, Sarah. Good night. And another kiss. Yep, there's one. And two. Yeah, what a day. Wait, was that it? Let's check, see if that was it. I could have just done this. Yeah, obviously, Tita's not here. Hey, Valimar. Oh, I gotta speak to Valimar as well. But you wouldn't guess. You wanna hear this? I just got a kiss from 2 ladies. Let's talk about it.
The thing I showed you is called Zector. Sorry, that's the most I'm gonna say on that one.
Yeah, Valimar, is that one of you Divine Knights? Come on! I want to hear it! Huh. Sixpence? Ah! Well, yeah, because if the gnomes made the knights, and if the gnomes were involved, they could have repaired it back to as it was. And we found out that the Black Workshop is the gnomes. Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah, true. Because of the fault of my foe is my friend, but it doesn't mean that the fault of my foe is my ally. Can do. Okay, now it's time for bed. But seriously, this was a good time. Kisses all around. Seriously, it was. But then again, basically with me and Sarah, her daddy complex hasn't. She's kind of going off that because she's falling for me. Well, as I said in the first one, I will take her. Oh well, let's go to bed. Yes, I've already done everything. Go to bed.
This is truly an honor.
Yeah,
Here, a reward.
I'm up to C.
Good work out there.
Ah, gift from Monk. Nah. And from her, Black Record, updated. Free. Photos. Picture of Becky. Verse. Ah. With all that done, boy, that was a great one. But seriously, a little nighttime action, kisses all around. That's great. But yeah, I'm going to end this here because I don't know how long this has been, but it, as I always do, end it at this point because I get to save it and I don't have to save it myself. So yeah, I'm going to end this here. So if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.